For Module 4, I found Chapter 9 to be very interesting, and I thought it was very educational, especially when it talked about war on drugs and the perception and the consequences of that kind of thinking. And I found it very interesting. And that's kind of what I want to focus on because it kind of brought a new perspective, I guess you can say. Uh, because when the chapter brought it up, it talked about how it's failed in numerous ways, and more importantly, because of how the war on drugs was operated, as it was seen as a very military kind of thinking behind it rather than, trying to support the citizenry. And I thought that was kind of interesting because it brought like that warlike mentality into a situation where that might not be necessary and probably shouldn't be the case. And I found that kind of very interesting. And, I kind of have somewhat of a personal tie to that because I have a cousin who ended up doing drugs and is currently in prison, I believe, right now. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it, but last I knew, he was in prison. So that's kind of my take on that. And it's kind of unfortunate to see how our government, operated that instead of probably how it could have been done differently. But, learn from your mistakes, I guess. So I just kind of found the whole chapter interesting, especially when it came to addictions and how addictions used to be seen as a good or a bad thing, but now it's seen as an unwholesome kind of identity. And I also thought that was very interesting. And that kind of goes into the real world example kind of deal with the war on drugs and kind of how that didn't really achieve anything. So I thought that was kind of interesting. If I were to say that there was something that I kind of struggled with, uh, it'd probably kind of have to be, I don't know, nothing really comes up to mind, but when I was reviewing my notes for the study guide, psychogenic addiction kind of caught me off guard and I didn't really fully understand it. So if someone can help me out with that, that'd be great. Thanks.